So I've been reading the Invincible comics and I found my second favorite character, and that would be Dinosaurus. He's a character that's introduced after the Viltrumite War, and he just starts off as just a run-of-the-mill villain. You think he's just gonna be a one-issue villain, but that's not the case whatsoever. But anyways, from his point of view, he's trying to save the world, but he does so in a way that looks bad in the moment, but in the long run is for the best. At least that's what he thinks. He's one of the smartest characters, if not the smartest character in the entire series, but he's like the Hulk, except he doesn't transform from a human into his dinosaur form based off anger, but indifference. He's defeated by Invincible and is put in prison but escapes, and then he fights Mark again in Las Vegas, but Dinosaurus ends up blowing up Las Vegas, turning it into a crater made of glass. Mark thinks he's failed, but Dinosaurus' actual plan works, as solar panels were built on top of the crater and it's going to be used as a new source of clean energy for most of the country. When Mark sees this, he realizes that Dinosaurus was right, and Mark breaks him out of prison and joins forces with him. They become friends, and Mark tries to keep Dinosaurus in check. And he goes about doing this by using his plans to better the world, but in a way that doesn't hurt anyone. Even when Mark becomes a fugitive because of this, and everyone says he's making a mistake, he sticks with Dinosaurus. Mark sees the point Dinosaurus tries to make, but he also literally states that he's a being of pure intelligence. Their bond grows so much that when Mark's infected with the Scourge virus and loses his power, and Thrag is going to kill him, Dinosaurus steps up and tries to fight Thrag and escape with Mark, even if he can't do anything to him. Thrag nearly kills him, but he manages to escape with Mark, and after their escape, Mark heals and Dinosaurus goes back to his old ways with his new plan to flood cities around the world. This kills hundreds of thousands, and Mark realizes that he was wrong and fights Dinosaurus, but he ends up faking Mark's death. In his lair, Mark wakes up and tries to convince Dinosaurus that the way he's going about trying to save the world is wrong, and eventually, after all of this, he realizes Mark is right. And Dinosaurus tells Mark that there's only one way to end all of this, and Mark ends up killing the villain who became his friend.